Hello everyone. Warm welcome back to the channel. Yaje here. I'm about to harvest my fluted pumpkin right here. But before I did that, I wanted to just do a quick tour of the garden before harvesting. If you're new to the channel, I'm Yaje and I grow tropical vegetables here in Houston, Texas. That is zone 9A in the USA, and I teach others how to do the same. The reason why I wanted to do this video today, the little tour video, is just to show you the state of my garden in the month of July. We are in the middle of summer. A lot of gardeners' gardens are not doing very well, but if you grow tropical vegetables, especially out here in zone 9A in the subtropics, they tend to withstand the summer, most of them, which is why I wanted to do this video, just to show you how a garden that grows tropical vegetables could look like in the month of July. In case you're thinking of growing some of these vegetables, you would know what to expect. Okay, so all right, let's start with the okra. A lot of you have been asking me the types of okra that I have in the garden. I will show you as we go along. These here are known as white velvet okra. They are so unique. I have harvested a couple of them already. I harvested some yesterday. And so these are white velvet okra. I try to grow things that I will not normally find in stores. Okay, so when I grow okra, I grow something like the white velvet okra. Very beautiful okra. I have 3 of them here. I started them from seeds. I have been harvesting already. Okra does well in the summer. And then over here is my fluted pumpkin, or the ugu, or the okong, obong. It's doing very well. So that's my ugu bush. The okong, obong bush, a very nutritious vegetable, a vine. As you can see, is going to crawl everywhere. So this part is doing well. I also had ugu over here, but this side did not do very well, as you can see. This one is how an ugu should not look like. It should not have this lime green color. It should have this forest green color, and it should not be burnt like this. So there's something wrong with this particular ugu. I'm going to probably get rid of it. And then this is the amaranth, African greens, tete, efo tete is this one. So that's efo tete. And then this is another type of amaranth, but this is the kalalu. This is what is known as kalalu. They are similar, but they are not the same. Don't know if you can spot the difference, but if you grow them, you will be able to tell that tete, this is efo tete. This one here, look at the stem. And then over here, this is kalalu. See how the stem looks different? Yeah. Then over here are my peppers. Y'all saw me grow these peppers from seed, then transfer them to these containers. Again, there are 52 pepper plants growing in containers. These are 5-gallon containers. I have them mixed in with water leaves, Talinum triangulare, different types of peppers. I have fatali peppers, scotch bonnet, fish peppers, all kinds of peppers. Some of them are starting to produce fruit. I'm so excited. This okra I did not plant, but this came from, I guess, the soil from last year. But this is hill country red okra right here. See how red the stems are? And it's growing in that 5-gallon container. Again, these are all the peppers. I've been trying to bottom prune the peppers. As you can see, cut the leaves from the lower parts. They're all growing with water leaves in here. Another type of pepper is producing fruit. And look guys, this is my guava tree. I have 3 guava trees. I started these from seeds last year. They survived the winter. This is another guava tree right here. These are my peppers. I have not harvested any yet. All the different types of peppers. Then this particular one is berbere pepper. It's an Ethiopian pepper, my first time growing it. Again, the seeds from trueloveseeds.com. And then this here is fish pepper. This one, the leaves come out white like that. This is fish pepper. Got the seeds from trueloveseeds.com. Links will be in the description box. And then this is my lemongrass. We make tea out of it. My lemongrass. I have had it for years. That's another guava tree. And there, these are Trinidad scorpion peppers. And then over here is another fish pepper that I can now tell because it has leaves that have like white parts of the leaf. First I thought it was diseased, but it's not. And over here is the main part of my garden. Okay, so I have the garden on the left side and then on the right side. So on the right side of my backyard is the main part of my garden. See how it's still looking green? And I have no weed issues in the garden. That's because I did a lot of things at the beginning to prevent weed from growing in the garden. So you can see I have okra trees over here. I call them trees because I planted them here for a reason, so that they can grow very tall and provide some shade in the ruthless summer that we have here in zone 9A. So these are hill country red okra. They've not been producing yet. I'm still waiting for them to start producing a bunch of okra fruit. So this is hill country red okra. And then I also have peppers growing in fabric bags. These are all 5-gallon fabric bags. This is jalapeno peppers. I think it has crossbred with bell peppers, but jalapeno peppers. I also had bell peppers right here, which is why those jalapenos are looking like that. They've crossbred with each other. So see, that's my bell pepper. And then I have habanero, your good old habanero peppers over here. And then this one is a ghost pepper. I've been harvesting it, so there's no fruit at this time, but this is ghost pepper. Then more habaneros. This one is scotch bonnet pepper. It looks like that. Scotch bonnet peppers. Then my little herb garden. This is rosemary, thyme, and then here is oregano. And then over here are more okras, but this particular variety is a dwarf okra meant for container gardening. So this one is growing in a 5-gallon grow bag. This is the height. It's not that tall. I have been harvesting a bunch of the okra. And then right here is where I have my sunken garden, where the containers are buried. Half of it is buried in the ground. And I have bell peppers growing in my sunken garden. So these are all bell peppers. They are all bell peppers and doing well. And here is bitter leaves, Vernonia and Magdalena. I've been harvesting. Bitter leaves are still doing well in the summer. I've had this growing in this particular grow bag for years. The roots have penetrated that grow bag, and it is now growing in ground, possibly why it is still doing well. This is another type of bitter leaf. The leaves of this species is narrower. That's the thing with vegetables. You get, different varieties of the same thing. This is bitter leaf. Look at the leaf of this one. See how broad it is as opposed to this other one. Look. See, they're both bitter leaves, but two different varieties. Your regular one, and that's the broad leaf. This one has a thicker stem compared to this other one. And then this here is ugu with a fluted pumpkin growing in 5-gallon grow bags. This one is not doing too well. The leaves should not be curly like this. I'll probably get rid of this one. It's probably diseased. And this here is the holy basil, African basil or scent leaf. I have some in ground and some in containers. And these are my 3 major beds that I made with cinder blocks. I've done videos to share with you the size and how much spacing to put between the beds, at least 2 foot, and then you want the bed to be no more than 4 feet in width, so you can easily reach the middle of the bed. So what do I have on the beds? I used to have the garden huckleberry, but the garden huckleberry does not do very well in the summer, especially after you have harvested so many times. So I have removed all of the garden huckleberry, and now I have water leaves everywhere. Water leaves, that's Talinum triangulare. If you give it water, it's going to grow. So, and it's an important vegetable. I have it growing inside the holes of my cinder blocks, and then I also have it growing on the bed. So water leaves have taken over the beds, as you can see. I have not shared this with you guys, but this is mbo. We call this in Limbu mbo. That is your sweet potatoes, the African sweet potatoes. I'm so excited. And if it does well, y'all can be sure we are all going to be growing the sweet potatoes. That's another one here. I have another one on this bed. I'm so excited for my sweet potatoes. Check out this long bed along the fence, guys. See how green it is still looking. I have a mix of vegetables growing here. You will see that I have water leaves. And then let me also say something again about this Lagos spinach issue. Okay, Lagos spinach. That is Efo Shoko. Efo Shoko, Shoko Yokoto, Lagos spinach, Celosia, Argentea, same thing. Usually vegetables have different varieties of the same thing, okay? So this is the green Efo Shoko, and this one is another variety of Efo Shoko that has purple leaves. They are the same vegetable, just different varieties of the same thing. One is all green, and then this other one has purple leaves. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So I have Efo Shoko growing here, and then this here is Ewedu or Molokai. That is Ewedu. In Cameroon we call it kreng kreng. I have bitter leaves here. I also planted an ugu, the fruited pumpkin right here. Should be greener than that. It needs more nitrogen. Ugu is a very heavy feeder. And then this is sweet bitter leaves. This one, sweet bitter leaves. This one is tete. This is Efo tete. This one is Efo tete. This one is Efo Shoko, Lagos spinach. This is not Lagos spinach, this is tete. This is Shoko. Let me show you the other one. This is Shoko. Okay? All right, they're all mixed in here. This is Vernonia hymenolepsis. This is Vernonia amygdalina. Yeah, Vernonia hymenolepsis, sweet bitter leaf. Vernonia amygdalina. This one is very bitter. This one is not. Okay, that's the difference. Let's keep going. Same mix of. Oh, this one is supposed to be. I don't know what this is, honestly. But it's all the vegetables, the same greens mixed in. It's a mixed bed. And then I need to show you something here, guys. What is this? This here is this one. Who can guess? It's nkui. I don't know what the name in English is, but this is the nkui stem. And then I need to show you something super special. You see what this is? This is what is known as the egusi melon. And this is coming from just one stem that is crawling all over the place. So I have several of the melons from that one egusi melon plant. That is one. I'll show you the rest of it. They're hiding in spots. If you're not careful, you will not be able to find them. Guys, here's another one. It's hiding right here. 2, and there's another huge one over there. 3, here's another one. Let's see. This one. 4. This is one here. 5. And this is another one here. 6. And here's another one. It's hiding. 7. That's the melon. It was crawling all over the place. It's just coming from one egusi plant that I started from seeds. I'll share where I got the seeds from in the script. There's a couple of them here. That is one. That is another one. So I've counted about 9 of them, and we destroyed one when we were trying to remove the vines from the grass and move them over there. We destroyed one. So from just one tiny seed, I have 9 huge melons. I'm so excited and I cannot wait. I can't wait to harvest some egusi. Let us take a look from the garden at this angle. So I was telling you about the njama that a lot of people don't seem to know what it is. I had a lot of the vegetables growing in the garden and I had to remove because they were not doing well. But this here is the njama, the garden huckleberry. We eat the leaves and not the berries. The leaves are what we consume. The berries are not edible of this particular garden huckleberry, that is Solanum scabrum. It is a nightshade. The people from the Wimbum area, which is a tribe in Cameroon, people from the northwest region especially, this is the vegetable of their ancestors. So it's very important, culturally important to me. So it has produced some flowers. I need to harvest these. It's not supposed to look like this whitish. It's supposed to have a deep green color, but it doesn't do very well in the summer. I have more of those huge broadleaf bitter leaves. I also have garden eggs. My garden eggs have not produced any fruit yet. I sprayed it with neem oil yesterday because the leaves are looking whitish like this. Not sure why, but yeah, that's the garden eggs over here. And I also planted some of the Efo shoko, the Lagos spinach. Again, 2 varieties, the purple and the green shoko. These are all shoko. And look at that egusi. It's here. It's everywhere. It's here. That's the egusi. And here is my water leaves. All right, somebody should remind me never to try growing tomatoes again. Like, what is this? I know it's late in the summer, but the tomatoes have been a major fail, like just a catastrophic failure. I would just stay away from things like tomatoes. See, guys, I try to make use of spaces in the garden in the backyard that otherwise would just be useless. So this is the other side of my house, a tiny space that usually just has the air condition going. But look, I have a whole garden going on. These are, you guessed it, fluted pumpkins. Did I tell you I was obsessed with ugu? So I have the fluted pumpkins growing in, these are 3-gallon containers over here. And then over there, I'm not gonna go over there, but I have garden eggs. They're all growing in containers way over there. So guys, that is the state of my garden in the month of July in Houston, Texas, zone 9A. I hope this video gave you an idea of how a garden that grows tropical vegetables could look like in the month of July, in the middle of summer. You can still have greens. I hope it gave you some ideas of what you can grow. Bitter leaves, water leaves, greens, what else? Garden eggs, fluted pumpkins, peppers, sweet potatoes. They're all still doing well in the summer. I'm having to really stay on top of watering the garden, feeding the garden, pulling out weed, all of that stuff to ensure that the garden keeps going, because if you neglect it, the crops are going to die. If they dehydrate for more than 2, 3, 4 days, they will probably die with the heat. So if you stay on top with watering, stay on top with taking care of the plants, pruning, feeding, looking for disease and pests, your garden should do well. I hope this video was useful to you. I hope it motivated you to grow something. Check the description box for links to seeds. A lot of you have been asking me. Just check these 2 websites. You would find seeds of culturally important African vegetables, and if not, then you can ask me. I will be happy to help. Until next time, grow a garden, because when you grow a garden, you grow health. Bye-bye.